Salutations, my rainbow feathers, and welcome to my channel where I bring you half-moon readings every 2 weeks, as well as occasional tarot pick-a cards. Today we're going to do a half-moon reading for this upcoming half-moon in Aries and also in Taurus, because it does move in the middle of the day. We'll talk a little bit about the astrology first before we go into the tarot. So, what we have for this half-moon is it starts in the beginning of the day, and I'm going by Mountain Standard Time from out where I live in Colorado. So, in the beginning of the day, up until about 3:50-ish in the afternoon, the moon is going to be in Aries, and that's going to make us feel very expansive and assertive and get it done and charge out into the world, that sort of thing. A lot of fire. And speaking of fire, on that day, we're having a trine between Mars in Leo and Jupiter in Sagittarius. Now, Jupiter rules Sagittarius, so it's extra strong there. And both Sagittarius and Leo are fire signs, and with the moon in Aries in the beginning of the day, this has all of the fire signs lit up. So we're going to be feeling extra driven and excited and expansive and creative. We might have a hard time holding down ourselves to the ground until later in the day, where we'll get a little bit more grounded about things when the moon moves into Taurus. So we also are going to have a conjunction between Venus and Mercury in the sign of Cancer, and that is going to be making us feel more communicative about our emotions, particularly our emotions of love and our expressions of beauty. So together with this creative atmosphere that's involved with all this fire going on, we might have a real potential if for those of us out there who do any art, whether that's painting, writing, poetry, film, design, what have you, it's going to be a really, really great day creatively. Even if you're not like an artist per se, you can really express your emotions and your appreciation for beauty on this half moon. So the Venus and Mercury conjunction is going to be squaring the moon on this half moon. So what that essentially means for us is there's kind of this tension, or this sort of difficulty between our feelings of excitement and creativity and those of wanting to express it. We may have a little bit of, it may require a little extra work to actually be able to put out there what you feel like putting out there. So just keep that in mind and be prepared for that. Though later in the day, it'll be a little bit more easier because you'll be able to get it out in a more practical sense once the moon moves into Taurus. So now that we have the astrology out of the way, let's see what the tarot has to say about this half moon as well. So I'm going to tune in to this half moon coming up on the 24th of July. Tuning into this half moon, the energies that will be around us, and we need to know about it. Alright. So the first things we have here are the sun. It's going to be a really, really positive and happy half moon. I'm so excited for this, guys. We also have the star in reverse. So I take it that this is probably more internal to us. So there's going to be this kind of hope inspired by this happiness, this sort of inspiration from higher realms, maybe. Maybe it's a sort of wanting to bring more beauty into the world. As we can see, the star here is kind of shedding her light and spreading her light. But this is kind of internal. And we may, like I said, with that square, it might be difficult to actually get it external, but we can do this. We just have to prepare for this beforehand a little bit and think about how we might be feeling like expressing it when this half moon rolls around, because we're going to be able to feel the effects of this for a few days before and a few days after, usually about 3 days. So when it comes down to it, you can start kind of checking in with your emotions and what you're wanting to really express to others and have other people know and understand about you and what you feel. And you'll be able to plan for that more in advance. And, once that Taurus moon comes in, it'll be a lot more easy to practically put it out there as well. But it may take a little bit of work at first. We also have the Two of Cups, which is great for romance if you're in a romantic situation and or are seeking one. Though this is usually a temporary romance, so this could also be with your own emotions. You could be feeling very romantic. You could be feeling very passionate and alive with this, Venus in Cancer and conjuncting Mercury, as well as all this fire that's wanting to be all creative and expansive. Of course, romantic feelings are going to be coming up from all that. Venus is the planet of love and beauty, after all. So, use this kind of feeling of being in love, whether that's being in love with your partner or partners, whether that's being in love with yourself or your direction in life, or what you see for your goals in life, or just nature, or your spiritual beings that you work with. Any of that can serve as wonderful inspiration for you. Let's find out some more stuff about what's going on. I want to find out more about the star in reverse before we continue. What's going on with the star in reverse right now? Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands. So, look at this. We have Sagittarius on here, who is all about running free and wild and being expansive, and also is about your philosophy and your higher learning and things like that. We have this kind of impression that there are a lot of wands here. All of them are beautiful, and they're all hanging there for us to take. And we have one bow, one arrow. So it is quite possible that the difficulty will be in actually deciding how we want to do it. There'll be so many options for this expression of yourself and your feelings that the difficulty in narrowing down one of them may be actually holding you back. And sometimes you can just leave these things to chance. And I think that's my initial intuition about that. Maybe write down each of the ways you want to express what you're feeling, and then find a dice or a random number generator find a die, dice, or a random number generator on the internet and have it choose one for you. And sometimes you'll be surprised by what that kind of random chance can do. Alright, I want to find out a little bit more about this half moon. Let's get some general advice for this half moon. Let's find out any advice that those in the higher planes wish people to know, wish people to be aware of, that they can follow if it resonates with them. Alright, we have the Three of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Swords, and the Empress in reverse. Okay. So, I get that you're going to want to spend some time with the things that you have, and like with yourself, we might be tempted to go and, you know, enjoy this energy with other people. And while that may work for some, I'm getting here that this is more about kind of discovering your own inner sense of beauty and what that means for you, and how you feel most like expressing it, but finding that out through yourself and not through the opinions of your friends. I mean, I know your friends are probably awesome, but this is not where we want to go for our own inner light and our own inner truth. Doing so will allow you to get inspired, truly inspired with something brand new. You'll get new ideas from doing this that you never would have thought of before. And they will allow you to be more free. The Empress in reverse tells me that you need to more focus on nurturing internally than externally right now. Like, obviously, if you have responsibilities to family, you have to do those. But the direction of, because she's all about love and beauty. She is Venus, and we were talking a lot about Venus. And with her in reverse, what I'm getting here is not that it's like a lack thereof, because obviously there's all this energy of putting beauty out there. But what it is this is going to be kind of manifesting internally first before it can be made external. And that's why we have to go inside to ourselves and examine our feelings and really think about different ways that we can express those things before we can make them external. So we have to spend some time on this half moon, at least for the initial portion of it, kind of going within and feeling out our sense of beauty and what it means for us and how it can be put into the world. And then in the later part of the half moon, once we get into Moon in Taurus, then we can really turn this upside and really share that and express it and make the world more beautiful than it was. Alright, so let's see if there's anything else here. I'm seeing that there is a lot of blue and orange, which makes a lot of sense because there's both a lot of water and a lot of fire energy around us during this half moon. So that means that there will be a lot, like I mentioned, of passion and expansiveness and creativity, but there will also be a lot of deep emotion and the need to go within and listen to our intuition. So with that, use what inspires you, what you love, what makes you feel romantic, and think about the ways that you can put that into the world so that others can experience the kind of person you are, and really take a look at that internally and then push it externally. It's going to be a very happy time for us this half moon. So I'm very excited about it, and I hope you are too, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. This is what I've got for you for this half moon, guys, and I hope it is a beautiful one for you. Thank you for joining me, my rainbow feathers, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you would like a private reading with me, head on over to phoenixwordlamp.com. I'm also on Instagram and on Facebook. You can find me there by searching Phoenix Word Lamp and looking for the Rainbow Feather logo. Also, I just started the Rainbow Feathers Club. You can go over to my website and join that, and you get a free card of the week straight to your inbox, as well as news of new videos, new blog posts, and more. So head on over there and check it out. I'll see you guys next time.